All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to demystify one of the most fundamental rules in all of economics, a rule that, believe it or not, quietly shapes pretty much every single purchase you've ever made.
I mean, you've felt this, right? You walk past a store, you see that bright red 50% off sign, and it's like an invisible force just pulls you in. Why is that feeling so powerful, so universal?
Well, it's because all of us, whether we realize it or not, are basically hardwired to follow a very, very simple rule. We're always looking for the best deal. And that little gut feeling, that's the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. So, that intuitive idea, that gut feeling, it isn't just a shopping habit. Nope, it's actually a core concept in economics with its very own official name and a whole set of rules. And here it is, the law of demand. Honestly, just think of it like a seesaw. When the price goes up, the number of people willing to buy goes down. And when the price goes down, the number of people buying goes up. It's this simple, inverse relationship that perfectly describes how we act as consumers. Now, there is one tiny, crucial catch. This law only works perfectly under a special condition that economists call ceteris paribus. It's just a fancy Latin way of saying all other things being equal. It means we're only looking at the price, and we have to pretend that literally nothing else in the world changes. Not your salary, not what's popular, not even the weather. So how do we actually visualize this whole seesaw relationship? Well, economists have a really simple but super powerful tool that brings this entire idea to life. Let's imagine a local coffee shop. This little table here is called a demand schedule, and it shows the law of demand in action. You can see, at £4 a cup, they sell about 50 cups a day. But if they drop the price to £3, boom, sales double to 100. And at just £2, they're selling 150 cups. The pattern is crystal clear. And if you take those exact points from our table and just plot them on a graph, they form this really clear downward sloping line. And that line, that is the famous demand curve. It's the classic picture of that inverse relationship we've been talking about. As price falls, the quantity people want to buy goes up. Okay, you're going to want to pay close attention here, because this next part is, without a doubt, the most important distinction in this entire explainer. There is a huge difference between just moving to a new spot on this line versus the entire line moving somewhere else. First things first, let's get our vocabulary right. The term quantity demanded refers to one single specific point on that curve. It answers the question, at this one particular price, how many will people buy? So, going back to our coffee example, at £3, the quantity demanded is exactly 100 cups. So this means that when only the price changes, we just move along that line we've already drawn. It's like we're just sliding up and down. If the coffee shop raises its price, we see a contraction of demand as we move up the curve to a lower quantity. But if they put on a sale and drop the price, that's called an extension, and we slide down the curve to a higher quantity. But what happens if something other than price changes? This is where we break that ceteris paribus rule. In this case, the entire curve actually moves. It shifts. If it shifts to the right, it means people now want to buy more coffee at every single price. And if it shifts to the left, well, they want less coffee at every price. So what are these other factors we're talking about? Well, things like a change in income, say everyone in town gets a raise, the whole curve for coffee would probably shift to the right. Or a change in taste. A new study comes out saying coffee makes you live forever. The curve shifts right. A big new office building opens next door. That's a change in population, and the curve shifts right. Or maybe the price of a substitute good, like tea, suddenly skyrockets. That would also push people towards coffee. So the whole thing boils down to understanding the cause and effect here. Is a change in how much people are buying being driven by the price tag or by something else entirely? This table right here, this sums it all up perfectly. If the cause is a change in price, the effect is just a movement along the curve we already have, and the correct term is a change in quantity demanded. But if the cause is one of those outside factors, like taste or income, the entire curve shifts, and that is what we call a change in demand. Getting that distinction right is everything. So I'll just leave you with this little thought to chew on. When a company puts its product on sale for a week, they're trying to change your quantity demanded for a short time. But when they run a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign with a huge celebrity, what are they really trying to change then?